What's good, people? It's your boy Chad, one half of the Realest Podcast Ever, and I'm coming to you today with a very special call to action for everybody in TRP Nation. Anybody within the sound of my voice, this message is for you. Y'all know a big part of what we do here at TRPE is to be a resource for the community and to be able to give back and help in any sort of way that we can, whether it's politics, civics, whatever is going on in and around the city of Philadelphia. August 27th through the 29th, I need everybody that's available to show up and come to the Six-Man Center, 4250 Wissahickon Avenue, right in the heart of East Falls, to be able to come with us to celebrate these young men and the Philly Pal Association coming together for the Shoot Hoops, Not Guns basketball tournament, powered by Philly Youth Basketball Association and our triple OG, Mr. 4th District, Curtis Jones Jr. That's right, August 27th through the 29th, Philly Youth Basketball, Mr. 4th District, Curtis Jones Jr. coming together at the Allen Horowitz Six-Man Center, 4250 Wissahickon Avenue to host this basketball tournament. Doors open at 6. Games start at 7 p.m. and we're going to be rolling until they done. So we got games all night Tuesday, all night Wednesday, championship game for the middle school and high schoolers on Thursday. Make sure y'all pull up, man. All we ask for is your support. If you want to sponsor, please reach out to me at official TRPE on Instagram, and I can point you in the right direction. Other than that, if you want to attend, we don't ask for anything. Just pull up and provide your patronage.
Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it. Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it. Realest Podcast Ever.
What up, what up? We back. Realest Podcast Ever, man. Second episode in probably 2 or 3 days, depending upon, how and when you're viewing this, man. We're trying to just keep this content machine turning.
I got merch.
Got merch, man.
Ekletik Lifestyle.
Ekletik Lifestyle. Go to the website.
Big Daniel.
EkletikLifestyle.com. We'll probably throw the little website on here because I don't know how to spell it right now, even though I named the company. But big and tall fly shit, 2X's to 5X's. We got XLTs, not extra large T's, XL tall size shirts coming soon for all the hoopers, the ball players, and all of that. Everybody else, stop asking. This is a niche market segmentation product that is, for all of our fellas and some certain ladies that, want wear men's clothing and stuff that want to get fly, man. And, there's not really anything catering to the big and tall market exclusively.
Yeah.
Some people will do certain little stuff. They put 3X is like pushing it.
Yeah.
But to, have a line that's dedicated 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X is unprecedented. And not since the Tories era have you been able to, get some dope shit and that is size appropriate.
Rest in peace to Tories.
Rest in peace to Tories.
Oh
man.
my God. Like, I'm talking about, I remember going in Tories and having a field day. Like, y'all got all this Rockaware. My God, I never seen so much big and tall Rockaware. Man,
how much denim is in these shorts? Because it was an unusual amount of denim in the rock shorts in my size. In the 34, It was like, it's a lot of denim right here.
I remember walking in there. The polo section used to be so loaded. The state property, Pele. I remember when I got my first Mark Buchanan from Tories. I had to get him to go get the lock, get the key, because the big ass bike chain holding the jacket to the jump.
With my rushing ahead trying to steal all the leathers.
Yeah, man. I remember getting a pea coat from fucking Tories. You in the back with the 3-sided mirror. Just like, I look slender in this joint. So 4X wide like this. Man, that was a good time, man.
Yeah, man. So we're trying to restore the feeling with Ekletik Lifestyle, man. Dan has been doing a tremendous job as, CEO, brand ambassador. People in North Carolina, people in Ohio, Hawaii, all types of stuff already putting in orders, ordering pieces, and of course, people in the home market here in Philly. So just look out for, the continued growth and expansion of the brand. It's tees and shorts right now. It's going to be sweatsuits for the wintertime, varsity jackets, beanies, socks, like the whole nine. So
And it's good quality shit.
Excellent
Very
quality.
high quality. I was shocked.
I vetted the fuck.
Because I knew Dan was, I thought Dan was going to cut some corners. Like, no, that's some good quality shit.
Yeah. Custom inserted tags, like high quality, heavy rung spun, shirts and stuff like that. Some of the pieces have puff print. All of them are, top to bottom designs and stuff in the same way of like, Hellstar and certain Kith pieces and stuff like that. So no, it's a lot of thought and intention that's going into the brand.
Yeah,
so,
straight up.
It's more than worth, the price point. You know what I mean?
Before we get to the meat and potatoes of this show, can we talk about the wrap up of the Olympics?
Yeah, for sure.
Can we do that? The Olympics wrapped the other day, and the Olympics, we talked about it on Patreon, everything they had going on, and why a lot of host cities don't. Apparently now Australia has threw a bid out for 32.
Okay.
So they're looking like Australia is going to be the host city.
We got a bid.
I believe it's Melbourne.
We got one bid. Y'all got it.
Yeah. all eyes have it. Yeah. But two big things that have happened. Well, really three big things that have happened in the ending of the Olympics. One was Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James combining to become the new mega powers. Like, can we for once just like dispel this whole notion of like the dream team is the greatest thing ever?
Yeah, it's just dumb.
It's just stupid.
It's stupid and it's intellectually dishonest. And the only pillars that people are hanging on that are still saying that is just purely for nostalgia. That's the only reason that you can be saying what you're saying.
I had a conversation with an older gentleman the other day who I work with who isn't that bright. Come to find out. And
come to find out, surprisingly,
and he's telling me how the dream team would do this, that, and the third, and y'all really be so hype about LeBron and KD, and it's just like, man, Magic and Bird would have put them boy. And I'm like, stop. Here's the part that y'all don't want to accept. In 1992, Larry Bird did not have a back.
His back was gone.
It was gone. In 1992, Magic Johnson did not have hamstrings. He didn't.
He also didn't have all his antibodies. Stop me when I tell a lie. Like, his antibodies were compromised. In the words of Donald Sterling, he had those AIDS, and I prayed for him. There's no way a nigga with those AIDS is going to stop LeBron from doing whatever he wants. It's impossible.
He's got those AIDS that I'm going to pray for.
And I prayed for him, but please don't bring this nigga to my game.
Yo, Charlamagne asked Magic when he was on the show, he's like, do you ever be like, man, I know it was that funky bitch in Sacramento. I can't believe Charlamagne said that to him. Like, yo, man, straight up, though. Magic was out the league. You know what I'm saying? And I told the old head, I'm like, yo, here's the reality that a lot of y'all don't ever want to accept. Y'all harp on Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. Do you know who led the Dream Team in scoring, bro?
Was it Carmelo?
No, it was Barkley.
Oh, it was Barkley.
Barkley led the team in scoring.
Yeah, what Mike averaged, like 12 or something?
Mike averaged 14.
14, yeah.
Mike was second in scoring. You know who was third? Chris Mullin.
Yeah.
You know who was fourth? Karl Malone. Magic and Bird did not matter. He's like, well, Magic was the assist man. That's the point guard. I'm like, who led the Dream Team in assists? He's like, Magic. I'm like, no, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, y'all, it's like delusion. Because Magic and Bird were so heavy in the 80s and then they came into the Dream Team.
What did I say months ago, bro, on the show? The biggest misconception about 90s basketball is that it was 80s basketball. Because they bled into one another. People are confused about their timeline.
Dog.
Y'all got to stop drinking that Champipple and stop smoking them Black and Miles. It's frying y'all brain.
Yeah, that Ripple is fucking y'all around.
The champagne is cool. When you add the Ripple to the champagne, it's fucking y'all up.
That Ripple is fucking y'all around, man. Straight up. That Ripple look like birch beer. Like, y'all drawing. I'm telling you, I'm like, dog, they would pummel. It wouldn't even be close. I'm like, who's guarding Kevin Durant? Let's just start there. The number one Olympic scorer and all-time number one in medals. Who the fuck is guarding him? Then you got to worry about arguably the greatest player ever.
Right.
And then Steph Curry, when he feel like it'll bomb 19. The shit he did in that game against France was out.
It was
like, yo, this ain't fair. And I told him, when the Dream Team played international basketball, you know how many NBA players played on them teams?
23.
No, 3. It was 3 people on the international teams that were playing. About a cool coach wasn't even in the NBA.
Oh,
yet.
no, what I was saying is it was 23 international players in the league.
Period.
Oh,
yeah. No, it was 3 players from the NBA in the motherfucking Olympic Games that year. It's like, and think about it. The Dream Team bombed on Croatia just because Kukoc got drafted.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the league. He got drafted. It's like, we're going to put him in his place. He didn't come to the A. Think about it. Kukoc didn't come to the A till 96.
Yeah.
That was 92. Joker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, yo, you didn't have teams where you look now. The Canadian team was an NBA roster.
It was 10 NBA
It was
players.
An all NBA roster.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy France is. The man who won Defensive Player of the Year this year and the man who people thought should have won Defensive Player of the Year were both on the France team. That's how crazy this shit is now playing international play. And they went out there and smoked all the, because motherfuckers like, man, the Dream Team was beating niggas by 50. I'm like, well, you got to think about it. It was Nelson Mandela Jr. and Manny Pacquiao out there. It's like
some sharecroppers.
It's very easy to beat a bunch of farmers. These are real professional basketball players.
And the difference is the players that the Dream Team was playing, not only did they want to fucking hang out and take pictures before the game, they wanted to go to dinner and hang out after the game because they were just happy to see these niggas.
Barkley said he came to the arena and he's like, I thought I was taking pictures. I was taking pictures with all these African guys. He's like, oh man, I'm taking pictures with a bunch of Olympians that do track and field. He's like, we got in there and saw them on the court. I was like, oh, that's who we play.
Niggas just happy to be there.
And I thought those was the 3,000 meter runners. It turns out they the ball players. It's not even close. It's not even in the same realm. Steph Curry, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker was so like.
Devin Booker was excellent.
They're so good at basketball. Like Drew Holiday, it's laughable at best. They would absolutely annihilate.
Not to mention, we already squashed the Dream Team with the Redeem Team. How are we revisiting this again?
You just made me think about it. Let me ask you this, because I got into this discussion the other day. Shout out to Jules and Kimba. You watched the game against France.
Yeah, I watched the whole game.
Gold medal game against France from 2024 or gold medal game versus Spain from 2008? What was a better game? It's tough.
Spain was out for blood.
Dog, Rudy Fernandez, Powell. I'm going to tell you.
They was out for blood.
I'm going to give you my pick. I'm going to go with the 08 game.
Yeah.
Because Kobe and Powell were brothers. That's what they were. You seen the way Powell is acted with Vanessa and all of them since Kobe. Yeah. They were like brothers. Kobe told them niggas, yo, first play, Powell's going to set a screen. I'm going to knock him on his fucking ass. Brian and all of them like, yeah, all right. First play, nigga, bow! Laid Powell Gasol the fuck out. Like, we is not playing. Yeah. And even hearing Mike Krzyzewski say, Kobe was the number 1 scorer in the NBA, but he knew playing defense is going to be the reason they win this medal. And Kobe said, I'm playing defense. Yeah. Let Bron and D Wade go get buckets. I'm locking niggas down. Then you see him lock up Luis Scola in the game leading to the gold medal, talking shit. Like, watch what I do next play. Yeah. Straight took the ball from him. And like, Kobe was really, really it. Then in that game against Spain, Rudy Fernandez, Bron, D Wade, Pau Gasol, they were going the fuck at it. And when Kobe caught that baseline jumper and he threw that fucking fan, it was just like, damn, man.
The Redeem Team was cold.
That 08 John was nuts.
They was cold.
That was I go back to that game every 2 years.
Yeah.
Like The Wire. Like, I'll just be bored. Like, let me watch the 08 Spain game. That Spain USA game from 08 was nuts. That was a great fucking game.
Definitely.
But no, this past Olympic run, man, for the basketball team was excellent. I really enjoyed watching the games.
Degree of difficulty all the way up here.
Somebody said it the other day, was like, yo, you it's so crazy at how good they are, you almost forget that they're not in their primes.
Yes.
You forget that LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant are all past their prime. Because that's how good they are at professional basketball. This shit is scary. It's unreal, man.
Because they've refined themselves to the point where it's like, so you mean to tell me you extended your prime from 27 in Steph's case, 35, in KD's case, 36, in LeBron's case, 39, 40.
You're going to die laughing at this. I seen this yesterday, and I mean, I fucking screamed. He said, the future of USA basketball is in good hands. Tell me that's not the funniest shit you ever seen.
Still got LeBron on the team. So the image is Cooper Flag, Ant Edwards, Chet Holmgren, and LeBron.
all niggas in their first year in the NBA.
All niggas
and LeBron.
Niggas is babies. And LeBron. Cooper Flag, 17 years old.
The future of USA basketball. I'm like, Brian definitely going to be out there when he's 60.
Brian going to be out there playing with Bryce, man.
Yo, that's funny as shit. But yeah, man, I thoroughly enjoy watching basketball on the men's and the women's side. The women's is a little different because they're kind of where the dream team was at in 92.
Yeah.
Where it's like the world just hasn't caught up yet to the professional players of the WM. These are really like the 15 best women on the planet.
And the crazy part is they lost to the All-Star team in the All-Star game this year.
They almost lost the game to France.
Right.
They almost lost that game.
So when you think about that, it's like, all right, so the best 15 women in the world are all on this Olympic team, and then the next 15 best players are also in the WNBA as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no question on night in and night out. Playing in the WNBA is essentially like the fucking gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like you're getting this is why they gotta expand the league because it's like, God damn,
you gotta
like,
melt it down a little bit. Yeah.
We gotta create some more parity.
You saw what Kalia Cooper did last night. She wore her old jersey to the game. Went in and smoked them. Gave them 30. And it's just like, these girls are good. Yeah. They are really good at basketball. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy basketball throughout the Olympics. So shout out KD, Steph. You're never going to get to see it again. You probably will never see them three on a floor ever again together.
It's crazy that this is Steph's first Olympics.
Dog.
Because he was playing so deep into the playoffs every year. He just never had the mental capacity to be like, all right, I'm going to gear myself back up to play USA basketball too.
And to see Melo going crazy the way he was.
Listen, man, they have to give Melo some sort of position with USA basketball.
Dog.
They have to.
I enjoyed the shirts he was wearing. Rusty Melo.
Yeah.
I was like, Rusty Melo, stay in French. Yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty. Quavo was there. Travis Scott was there. Mike Rubin was out there. Yeah. It was a party down on the wood seats or whatever. It looked dope as hell. Zach was out there. Tyrone Barnes was out there. You know, a TRP alumni. Like it was fly, man. Like somebody was like, remember the game they was down 18 to Serbia, and Melo was going off on the side, and somebody was like, the dopest part of this game is when the USA team completely stopped listening to Steve Kerr and listened to whatever the fuck Melo was saying over there, and they came back and won. That was a good ass game too.
Yeah.
But even that, seeing Nikola Jokic, where it's like you give me Bogey and some soldiers. And we'll make a deep run in
some
international.
Niggas that just got back from the war.
You will make a deep run in internet because the talent is that good.
Yeah.
When you're that good, Giannis is that good. Luka's that good.
Yeah, on a world level, man, seeing athletics in 2024 on the highest stage where you see basketball, you see soccer, you see track and field, like how good and how excellent the field are. Like, look at like the men's 100 meter. It was like 0.12 seconds from first to...
First time in any Olympic 100 ever where every racer ran sub 10. That's scary as shit.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Literally, they said he won the race by 500 tenths of a second. Like, hold on, let me get it together now. They're going to be calculating. Let me get it together
like,
now.
no, chest, not feet. Chest, not feet, baby.
That's the second part that I want to discuss from the Olympics is Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles did promise that he was going to win the 100. He went out and did it. First American to win it in 20 years since, I believe, Maurice Green won it in 2004, I believe. Was that 04? No, was Justin Gatlin 04 or was he 08? No, 04. Justin Gatlin.
04, yeah.
Yeah, Maurice Green won it in 2000. Justin Gatlin won it in 04. And, Noah Lyles went out there and he won the 100. The 200 was very goofy. He came out just as animated for the 100. Then he came in third. Then he had COVID, had to get wheeled off the court or off the track. And then he was at the party. I don't know what's going on with that. But Noah Lyles has become the face of like hatred for the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And there's this thing going around where, especially in the black culture, and we're going to get to the black culture at large right after this.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get you niggas.
The black culture has become very, 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 very. If we like you,
It's whatever, baby.
It's whatever.
You got carte blanche.
If we don't like you, fuck out of here. We'll say anything.
And fuck your mama.
Fuck everybody who comes with you. Noah Lyles, for whatever reason this week, I keep seeing his name just regurgitated on any talking point with any person. He said what he said about the NBA players. Let it slide. Now he's the poster child for dyslexia and anorexia and all these different exias that are going on.
And isms.
All these isms and exias and shit that's going on. Then out of nowhere, I seen some shit with him and Ant Edwards the other day. And I was like, I didn't say this. But apparently they like when Ant Edwards got his signature shoe, he got invited to the thing. And he was like, y'all gonna give him a shoe and not me? And I'm the face attractor. And he's like, that is not what the fuck God said. So that's become a thing. And then in recent days, Tyreek Hill, who is one of, if not the fastest in football, said he'd beat Noah Lyles in 100 meters.
100 meters are smoking.
And like this dream team shit, people have started like delusioning themselves in the comments and on posts on all these different social media networks. So let me explain it to you the way it works. Noah Lyles is a professional track athlete.
All he does is run for a living.
Not saying that Tyreek Hill has never ran any track in his life. He's a professional track star. He's not just a professional track star. He is America's best professional track star. Do you know how I know? In the 200 meter, his personal best is 1931. That is an American record. He beat Michael Johnson's 1932. That means that in the 200 meters, there has since like the Indians were killed by the white men that were dangerous. Like
since famine and disease,
there has
Americans.
never been another American to run 200 meters faster than Noah Lyles.
That is a fact.
His personal best for the 100 meters is 9.79. That's what he won this Olympic gold medal with. His 9.79 is the 5th fastest American time ever. Justin Gatlin, Tyson Gay, Maurice Green, and someone else has faster 100s than him. No other black, I mean, not even black, no other American, no white American, but that'd be crazy. But no other American has run a faster 200, and there have only been 4 or 5. He might be 6. 4 or 5 Americans to run a faster 100 than him.
Right.
He's a 6-time world champion. For y'all in the comments saying, Noah Lyles and Dylan Brooks is the same person is insane.
Oh, no, that's crazy. I didn't see that.
No, it's absolutely insane. This man got 6 world titles. He's one of, I think he's like only 3 people ever to do the whatever they call it, the triply at the world championships where he wins the 100, 200, and the 4x100. It's him, Usain Bolt, and like someone else. Like,
he's in rarefied air.
Rarefied air. So it's like, to think that you as anything, whether you're a professional athlete or not, can leave your sport and then go to another sport and beat it's the equivalent of, like I told y'all, Steven Jackson is a professional basketball player. He got a mean right hand. You can't put him in a ring with Canelo Alvarez.
Nah,
that's a professional who's the undisputed champ at 175.
You going to bed.
You going night-night. It don't work like that. But niggas have convinced themselves that it's just like, oh, I mean, yeah, Bron could go and be the best tight end in football. No, the fuck he couldn't. And I love LeBron. But let LeBron come across that middle and motherfucking Pouncey catch his bitch ass. I'm like, you going to sleep.
What was the shit that Austin Rivers said? He said it's like 60 or 40 or whatever the number was. Basketball players could go and start in the NFL today. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You could make a roster. Deion Sanders played multiple sports. Bo Jackson played multiple sports. I don't ever remember them being the best in multiple sports. Deion was the best corner in football.
Bo was the best.
Bo didn't make no All-Star game.
But he was only playing, Bo was pretty.
In fact, I'm lying. Bo made one All-Star game, but he didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But no, Bo was, as a running back, he was the man.
As a running back, he was the man.
But it's
as
a
center fielder, he's
not better than Barry Bonds. He's not better than King Griffin. That's what I'm saying.
You talking about the 1%.
Right. That's what I'm saying for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
You're probably the best receivers. You are Justin Jefferson and maybe
Jamar Chase. And it's a couple. The wide receiver field is deep. I don't want to offend nobody.
Super deep.
I know the Eagles fans are gonna get mad and shit. AJ's in that.
AJ's up there. AJ, Chase, Jefferson. It's another one that's right there. We're just missing.
Devontae Adams.
No.
Yes.
No, he's up there, but that's not who I'm
yeah.
thinking about. Best receiver. How you spell receiver? Receiver
I before E, except after C.
in NFL.
What's good, people? It's your boy Chad, one half of the Realest Podcast Ever, and I'm coming to you today with an exclusive offer only for TRP Nation. Shh, don't tell nobody. From our advertising partner, MyBookie, to kick off football season. MyBookie is giving you a super aggressive, unprecedented deposit match up to 50% of whatever you put out, up to $1,000. That's right. What does that mean? You put down $2,000 of your own money. MyBookie is going to match you, give you $1,000 of free money to be able to gamble with. That's yours, that you'll be able to access immediately as soon as you make your first deposit. Go right now, use our special offer, bit.ly/join with TRPE. It's case sensitive, so make sure you capitalize the TRPE to get this legendary offer. And if that link is too hard to follow, go to mybookie.ag. And when you check out, just use my promo code TRPE to be able to claim your $1,000 on your 50% deposit match for football season. Brought to you by the good folks at TRPE and MyBookie.
Who's the best receiver in the NFL? They got Justin Jefferson at number 1.
CD is probably up there.
Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, number 2. This is PFF, so that's doing really the jump. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, CD.
Yeah, CD.
Yeah, I couldn't think of who the fuck it was. CD Lamb. Like, but you're one of the best receivers in football. You could go over and race. I don't see you being you're talking about, you would essentially be in the realm of greatest sprinters in track and field history.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
beat him. That's just not realistic.
Because that means you would have to, your training regimen would have to be that of a track athlete. Like how much time is elapsing from football season to you racing and stuff?
Did you see when what's his name from the Seahawks? Husky ass receiver from the Seahawks. Chase down the ball in that crazy ass play.
Number 14. Freaky haircuts in the nose ring.
Yeah, way freaky haircuts.
Seahawks number 14.
Here we go. DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK.
Did you see that when DK Metcalf ran the 100? He ran a 100 and his time was 10:36, which is really good.
Yeah.
Seeing as though he weighs 230 pounds. When you watch the race and he crossed the line, the sprinters was like doing interviews. You know why? Because a 1 second, you run a 10:36, these motherfuckers is running 9:9. That gap is so large.
It's monumental.
On a 100-meter track that it's like, you think like, oh, 10:3 is close to 9:9. No, the fuck it ain't.
No, it ain't. Not when a gold medal is getting decided by a hundredth,
a 500 of a tenth of a tenth of a second. Like, it's just, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Everybody in that race just ran sub 10.
Yeah.
You at 10:3? Hurry up.
Yeah. You're not even in the same stratosphere.
Hurry up.
You're not even in the same stratosphere if you run in a 10-3.
And here goes the part that killed me the most in that.
10.
Seeing people say shit like, oh, DK ran because this was the argument people brought up the other day. When DK Metcalf ran 100, he did it in 10:3. If he lose 50 pounds, he's smoking them dudes. I'm like, if he lose 50 pounds, he got to go to the ICU for some motherfucking IVs, because if he lose 50 pounds, he going to be sick.
Yeah, these are
y'all say dumb shit.
These are the same motherfuckers that believe Cat Williams ran a 4.40 when I watched him run a 7-second 40.
If you went,
I watched it. I'm like, yo, I clocked it. I counted it. Mississippi's, he ran. It was 7 seconds.
People think that you can just equate one thing to the other.
Yes.
If you weigh 230 pounds and you lose 50 pounds, your muscle structure is different. Your frame is different. You don't even know if you can move the same way laterally. Everything, trust me, I've lost weight. I know this. Mm-hmm. And it's like, to see people say these dumbass things is like, wait, what? Like, wait, excuse me? Nah, bro just dropped 50. He beating everybody. He the best sprinter in the world. Right. No, the fuck he is not.
Don't work
These sprinters train year-round all over the globe with the best sprinting coach. Do you know who? Think about how crazy this is. Do you know who Noah Lyles' coach is?
No.
Tyson Gay.
Oh, shit.
The fastest American ever. The fastest 100 time for an American, 9.69, that's his coach.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're in a different to say that is just asinine. It's just dumb.
It's good for social media fodder, but when
It's
you
just stupid.
when it's applied into reality, most of the shit that people say nowadays just doesn't chart.
I don't know if either of y'all watched it yesterday, but it was going around. I sent it to y'all. I don't know if y'all clicked on it because we was talking about so much shit. Did y'all see Barry Bonds and Greg Maddux talking about how when they were at bat against each other?
No.
I sent it to y'all. I found like y'all had to have missed it.
Yeah.
They're both looking at iPads, and they're both talking about Greg Maddux on the mound, Barry Bonds at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how they're trying to basically play they're like, this shit is chess.
Yeah,
so
trying to gain an advantage over them.
So Greg Maddux is like, I throw the first pitch and I jam him up on the inside. And Barry Bonds is like, I know the first pitch is coming on the inside. I know it's coming up. And I'm trying to rip it. But it's like he's going to jam me up. And he jammed me up. And he's like, he caught it, but he foul tipped it. Was like, all right, cool. I know what he's doing after that. Jam me up. But then he's going to give me like a sinking curveball. So then it cuts to Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux, like at that moment, I'm like, all right, if I jam him up, I got to be able to get him with the changeup. He's going to go for it because he was all over that one. He throws the changeup.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds just stood. He didn't even like step into the batter's box. And Greg Maddux, like when he did that, was like, shit. Barry Bonds like, I knew he was going to come with the changeup. Why would I go for that? You know, it's just dumb. So he's like, at this point, I'm like, all right, he's going to come over the top. He's going to come over the middle. And Greg Maddux is like, I'm thinking if I can hang the fastball and hang it hard enough, maybe he's going to miss it. And he threw it, and Barry Bonds belted the shit and put out the joint. He was just like, I lost that battle. And Barry Bonds was like, yeah, like once I had his timing and knew where he was at mentally, I'm like, I know what pitch he's going to. And it's just like, Greg Maddux is one of the best pitchers of that era, and Barry Bonds is the best. So it's like, hearing that, it's like, oh, you might be able to hit a baseball.
Right.
You might be able to throw a baseball.
Yeah.
Can you mentally outwit Barry Bonds at the plate?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Because it's a cerebral game as much as it is physical.
You gotta watch this. I seen mad motherfuckers say, oh, I could watch this shit all day. They're literally pitch for pitch just talking to the guy interviewing them, but they're in different rooms. And literally everything they say is what the fuck the other one was thinking. And Barry Bonds like, yo, it's chess. When you get to, he's like, when you go up against some Joe Smo who's pitching, he's just throwing fastballs like, whatever, if it hangs over to where I like it, my sweet spot, I'm going to crack it. But it's like when you go up there against Greg Maddux, against Randy Johnson, against Roger Clemens, you better bring your mind, because these motherfuckers is going to play with you.
Yeah.
They going to do shit to get you off your fucking game.
They going to manipulate the strike zone. They going to brush you with the ball. Like
real good catchers like Ivan, like Pudge Rodriguez, he can do shit to where it's like their wrists and their arms lock a certain way to where it's like no matter where they catch the ball, it ends in the middle of, to make it look like it was the ball be all the way over here and they just have quick reflex. That shit is being a professional, like the best of your profession. No one comes into that and fucks that up. Stop.
Yeah.
Real quick, last point in the Olympics, Jordan Chiles. Shout out to Jordan Chiles.
Yes, man.
They made her give that bronze medal back.
Because of a time violation.
1 minute and 4 seconds.
Because of a time violation, they said the United States did not put in the challenge soon enough in the 1 minute period because they were outside of it. So now they're going to the IOC, all these United Nations, all these world organizations.
UNICEF. Anybody.
United Negro College Fund. Anybody we can talk to get the girl her medal back. They trying to do so, man.
Oh, man.
And it's admirable because if you a coach, you supposed to do that because it's your fucking fault.
Yeah, real
if
shit.
you don't put the challenge in time and I lose a medal, that's not my fault.
Real
that's
shit.
your fucking fault.
Yeah.
I did what needed to be done in order to qualify to win this shit.
Yep.
You was 4 seconds too late. What the fuck was y'all doing?
Straight up.
Stop playing Minecraft and get in the fucking game.
Yeah, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Playing pocket chess and fucking volcano solitaire like my fucking ass.
Yo, I saw this guy, white guy, he's like clearly gay. He's like real flamboyant. He was like, Jordan Chiles, honey, I am so sorry that this happened to you. And he was like, you better than me. Cause like I wouldn't have gave him nothing back. I'd have been on the first plane to Cleveland, Detroit, any plane going to America. Y'all got to kiss my ass. He's like, what he said? He was like, he said, do we have a spare? Oh, no spares? Are there any blacksmiths on
Hey, y'all gonna make
that girl to do.
Y'all ain't getting this one.
Do we have a spare? I was dying watching that shit. But she finally released a statement, said she's overwhelmed by all the outpouring and the support, and they're gonna fight it. You know, she feels very, very this was unjust and very, very terrible. And I couldn't help but notice that like people in their outrage were making it like a black thing. And I'm just like, now ain't the time.
This is definitely not the time. This is an America thing.
Like, this is a right or wrong thing that has nothing to do with her being black. So much so that the other two girls on the podium were black, and they got
I don't know if y'all saw that.
Like, it just makes zero sense. And I saw somebody was like, "This is what we got to deal with because Simone been kicking their ass for so long," and I'm just like,
not exactly.
Not really. I'm just like, not really. But, you know, go off.
That shit like that. Let me get on my soapbox for a second. Shit like that pisses me off because it makes us appear as a people that we are weaker than we actually are. We are way stronger, way more resilient, way more overcoming, way more progressive, way more prideful than begging people for acceptance and saying, "Oh, well, if this, then that." In her own merit, Simone Biles, who has a phenomenal Netflix documentary out right now.
Oh yeah, real good. We watched it the other night. Yeah.
And after the Olympics, the part 2 is dropping in October.
Mm-hmm.
In her own merit, is the greatest gymnast of all time. There ain't nothing that nobody can do to take that from her. It ain't no sanctioning body that can change that. It ain't no public perception.
She has 6 maneuvers named after her.
Exactly.
Like
31 medals between world championships and Olympic medals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's a different fucking breed. That's Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant type dominance.
Mm-hmm.
You like, that's undeniable. So Tom Brady type dominance. So it's like, so when you just look at that in a vacuum in a historical context, there's nothing nobody can do to change that. So with that in mind, if she's so much better than the field, how does her greatness trickle down to where there's residual hate to everyone else, where the person that's even coming in second is not even really coming in second?
No.
It's not a close second.
No.
She's just now being challenged in 2024 by the black Rebecca from Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Simone said, she was like, "They's like, oh, is this your last Olympics?" She's like, "Yeah, because I'm getting tired of trying to keep up with Rebecca." And it's just like,
So, but prior to this Olympics, 2021, notwithstanding with her with the mental health trauma and then the subsequent, scandal that followed, with U.S. Gymnastics team or whatever, she's had no contemporaries. From a young girl, she's had no contemporaries. She showed up kicking ass.
Shit, Gabby did that Dougie, and it was over.
It was over after that.
And then
we ain't seen her since.
I ain't seen Gabby since the Dougie.
In the Netflix documentary, they showed Gabby Douglas was there at the World Championship. She didn't even place.
That Dougie fucked everything.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same after the Dougie.
So I say all that to say, let's be careful about leaning into a victim mindset and adding that as part of our ethnic image, where it's like everything is like, all's my life I had to fight. I get it. We do gotta fight. Yeah. We do gotta overcome certain hurdles and shit like that. But when you're universally regarded as great, that's a whole separate thing, because Simone Biles is playing on historic measures, whereas like everybody else is fighting for second and third. With her, it's like, how far ahead of y'all is she going to be in first? Like, so I don't look at that and see like, oh man, they mad because like
everything Simone does just further cements the legacy at this point. That's it. But
will Lil Wayne say, "I'm in the lead, I can pop a Willie"? It's that sort of shit.
Well, Drake say, "Y'all cannot fuck with the legacy." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have bees when I'm 70.
Yeah.
Like,
she had a situation at the World Championship. She needed, I think, a 13.7 to win in the all around or whatever to win this win gold in that competition. She came out and put up a 15.2.
Yeah.
Like, that's the type of shit that she's doing. It's like, yo, babe, you only need a 13.7. We'll take a 14. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and do a 15.
Simone Biles' difficulty be so high, but she could fall down and still win.
No, penalty 0.
Yeah.
0.1. Like shit like that. Like, she's playing at a different level.
Yeah.
So let's not like do that. You know what I'm saying? What's happening to Jordan Chiles is a tragedy. It's fucked up. It's mismanagement on behalf of, Team USA gymnastics team and all of that, about how they issue challenges and stuff like that. And it's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? But through difficult situations, there is some sort of resolve where she sees like, yo, I have a diaspora of people past America that are supporting me and saying, yo, this shit is wrong. Like and in some certain situations, you get to right certain wrongs. In other situations, you don't necessarily get to right the wrongs, but the acknowledgement of the injustice is enough to make you a hero.
Yeah, I personally looked at it and I'm just like, listen, they pulled some technicality shit. You know, okay, it was 4 seconds after the thing, you know, whatever. Okay, I get it. Sometimes motherfuckers is just like that. With the Olympics, IOC, I get it. Now they just got to go through the parameters of filing the injunctions and the appeals and, waiting to see the outcome. But seeing Jordan Chiles handle it pretty measured, her statement was pretty on point. It's like, yeah, it hurts just because, so many people were in such a heightened state of emotion seeing 3 black women on the podium, seeing her get her first individual medal and all of these different things. So to see that happen, like with somebody like Simone Biles, it probably wouldn't even make that level of scandal because you got 31 of them Jones. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, just give us one of the medals. We just give it to the girl. Like, man, goddamn. You gotta hold the medal. You know what I'm saying?
Give us a titanium on anything, man. Goddamn.
Straight up. But yeah, man. Like I said, the Olympics this year was great. Next Olympics is in LA. Did you see
that shit's gonna be a shit show?
No, LA is banning cars for the Olympics. All of the transportation to and from will be buses. They're planning to bring in 3,000 buses and drivers from around the country.
Are they also bringing in 3,000 law enforcement officers with AKs? Because if you don't have that as well, all them buses gonna be as a stick-up zone.
Yo, man, straight up.
LA niggas are wired different.
Yeah, man.
LA niggas see, the Olympics, All-Star Weekend, Super Bowl coming here. You know what they're thinking in the hoods of LA? Oh, man, there's more niggas to rob.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. And we didn't get no Kendrick verses.
We didn't get no Kendrick verses. We're robbing all these East Coast niggas. Toronto niggas, Germany niggas. Like, everybody's getting robbed. Y'all have to understand. Everybody's getting robbed in 2028. It's no Kendrick
4
verse.
years from now, mad as shit. They ain't get a Kendrick verse.
He ain't get much of the verse. He ain't get what motherfucker YG ain't get a verse. He put a double album out.
YG put out a double and ain't get a Kendrick verse. Yeah,
this shit bad, man.
Yeah, but they gonna be in LA and they saying that they're not gonna have cars to lower the emissions and the traffic, so they're gonna have buses taking people around. But they said they're bringing in 3,000 buses from around, like basically gonna borrow buses from around the country and bring in drivers and shit. My homie was like, you sliding out there? I was like, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. But that's what they're planning on doing for the LA Olympics.
LA is a dangerous place, man.
Yeah.
Like, and they're indiscriminate. What I respect about LA gangsters, they're indiscriminate with their gangster.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They're indiscriminate with their gangster, where it's like, you royalty, you a nigga that's play basketball, you a nigga play football, you a soccer player from fucking Melbourne, Australia. Anybody can get it. They're the real can man. Like, anybody can get it. They don't give a fuck. So I respect that about them, but it's such a dangerous precedent to set where you talking about how many people attended this year's Olympics. Did you get the tally on that?
I could look it up. I know the money, but I don't know.
It's probably 100,000 people or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's probably up there.
You know what I'm saying? Between competitors, staff, and then attendees and all of that shit. You probably talking about 100,000 something odd people or whatever like that. That's going to be descending upon LA. All these niggas are going to be doing is looking for creative ways to rob people.
Yep.
So it's just like, I'm fearful of that, where it's like, you had the mayor of Los Angeles and the chief of police do a press conference, like me and Matt standing here talking about, crime is out of control. We, can't help you or save you. We recommend that, if you have nice things, you leave them at home and you're safe. And if you have a nice car, take Uber. Be blessed.
Said it was 11,000 athletes. Over 300 million people watched on the web and the app. And in attendance, the Olympic Games in person drew 600,000 spectators, with 100,000 packing into the big arena at the end for the
That's what I'm saying.
going away for the
She's talking
send-off.
about 711,000 people if I'm listening
Yeah,
to
it's
that
probably
number.
upwards of 1 million. Like, you figure those numbers ain't completely...
Give or take 1 million people.
Because I know people who went out there, took their kids and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying?
One of my homies went out there, fell in love with some shit. Like, it's like, yo.
Oh, I know the prostitutes was running wild.
Man, he went out there and met a rich chick. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "No, our family got that bread, bro." I'm like, "Oh man, you about to have dual citizenship."
Yeah, real shit.
But yeah, no. So it's one of them things where it's like, yo, you looking at 700,000 to 1 million people descending upon LA.
Mm-hmm.
No cars. You can't have you can't have a gun in SoCal, period. Like, you just can't have a gun, but all the criminals got guns. This seems like a nightmare to me. To somebody that knows street shit the way that I do and, you know, has spent a lot of time in California and navigating and being around and knowing where to go and where not to go and all that shit. This shit seems like a disaster.
The governor of LA said that they were going to do it the same way they did in 84. It was like, we're not building anything. So, you know, y'all going to be at the Y.
USC, UCLA, the Y.
Yeah, the Forum.
LA Pal.
They're like, there is no Forum. We're bringing the Forum back. Bringing the Forum back. But they got the... it's not Staples now. What is it called? Crypto. They got the new Intuit Dome for the Clippers.
They got where the Rams
USC.
play.
They got the Rams SoFi. Is it SoFi or HiFi?
SoFi
Stadium.
Then you got the other arena right next to. You got the where was the Drake and Kanye concert at? USC. Then you got the other arena
right next to it, the joint with the big ass. Yeah.
So it's like we got more than enough facilities.
My man got a big yard. We doing volleyball shit over there. Like straight up, they not built nothing because they saw the
they gonna set up beach volleyball in Nipsey Plaza.
Yeah, straight up.
We gonna play that shit out there.
The final number for Paris was 8.8 billion. LA was like, yeah, we are not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing none of that.
We do not have it. Y'all can forget that. They said Paris spent 8.8. Remember, and the crazy part is, again, TRP is right. Remember, maybe three or four Patreons ago, we said they number gonna be like 8 billion because Paris overdo everything.
Yeah.
When they said they spent 1.5 billion to clean the river out for the opening ceremony, I'm like, oh shit, we had 1.5 before we fucking crack a basketball around this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't kick a soccer ball.
Yeah, we gotta get bullets for the starter pistol. That shit is crazy. 8.8 billion spent on the fucking Olympics. Yeah, man.
But you know, France, you know, they're the original colonizers. They own everything. They have, you know, their tentacles all through Africa and other parts of Europe and all of that shit. They'll be okay.
Yeah, man. But
a place like LA will not be okay if they had to spend 8.8 billion in the whole shit.
I told you, watch that. I'm gonna send you the documentary. You can watch how the Olympics come through and fuck these cities up. The cities really don't be recovering for like 2 decades from that shit. Seriously, Rio de Janeiro still a mess from when Brazil was down there. The only Jones in recent years that have really, really like done well was, they said Beijing did like amazing. But they said Beijing spent 100 mil on their opening ceremony because it was so... Like, it was like they're coming out to the world of like, we're on the same level as like everywhere else. And now you look, the Chinese economy is right behind the United States. Just like, these motherfuckers know some shit.
2027, it's over.
And they know some shit. You know what I'm saying? But we brought up basketball and we talked about how Mike Rubin was at the game because Mike Rubin is like, it's weird. 1 minute he's everybody's favorite white guy in like hip hop culture. And then next thing you know...
He's a pariah.
You wanna take the lead on this?
Yeah, man.
Because I know you had a lot of thoughts.
So the other day, Michael Rubin was on the Breakfast Club promoting Fanatics Fest, which is going on this weekend. Him, Jay-Z, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, the whole Fanatics organization, Mitchell and Ness, Lids, all of their portfolio that they have. You know, basically making this like Comic-Con, but for sports. So you have Tom Brady's supposed to be there, Aaron Rodgers supposed to be there, like Hulk Hogan.
Tom Brady was there. I saw
any and everybody from the world of sports. They did a fucking 40-40 Club installation in the Fanatics Fest. It's at the Jacob Javits Center in New York. The Pivot is there, which was recently acquired by Fanatics. Like all of this different shit. And this is essentially their opening decree to like the city of New York of like, hey, we got a lot of commerce, we got a lot of influence, we got a lot of star power. Let us get that casino, big dog. Because that's the whole real long ball play here is like, yo, we trying to get this motherfucking casino. Because in short order, Michael Rubin has gone from being worth $3 billion to being worth $12 billion. And they saying that Fanatics Sportsbook is on pace to be worth have a $57 billion market cap, all things considered, if the rate of, you know, expansion
commerce
and gambling commerce keeps going the way that it's going. So he's on the Breakfast Club, you know, and essentially what he was doing was speaking up for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
We all got friends. And, he was speaking up for his friends, Meek Mill and Lil Baby, because he's on a one-to-one basis with these guys, and he deals with them, and they do business together, and they hang out, and they spend time and private vacation with their families and all kind of shit. They're real deal friends. I know people. Matt knows people. We are one person removed from Michael Rubin.
We sat next to him in the game and talked the whole goddamn time. It was me and Kev at the game. Like,
we know David Edelman. Mm-hmm. David Edelman is Michael Rubin's best friend.
He bought Mike Rubin's share.
He bought his share. Oh, yeah, I'm out. Oh, let my man get in here. Woo, woo, woo. And now David Edelman is the face of not only the Sixers from an ownership standpoint, but 76th place and all the stuff that they're trying to do. David Edelman is a wonderful man. Super kind, giving, helpful. Met him through Pastor Carl. Him and Pastor Carl are like this. They have a Black Jewish Federation alliance together, bridging the gap between the Black and Jewish communities and all of that to try to prevent what happened on the Breakfast Club so that we can get some more cultural understanding. So on the Breakfast Club, Michael Rubin basically says, I strongly dislike, I hate the way, that, like Black people talk to one another and like, the negativity and the way that they like, relate to one another, when it comes to certain stuff. He's like, Lil Baby's a great person. He's kind. He's giving. Nobody does more for their fucking community than he does. He's a great father. He's a leader. All of these great things that he knows about him. And he's like, those pictures from the party really hurt him image-wise. So to see people using that to start narratives against him is fucked up considering how good of a guy he is.
And what pictures from the party was he referencing?
From the white party last year where he was like hugging him from the back and all of that. Yeah. He was like, that was used to like start a narrative about him. And everybody that was having something to say was Black. It's his own people. And I'm like, this nigga's spitting.
Yeah, this nigga's right.
Then he's basically talking about Meek. It's like the same thing with Meek. Like Meek is in a situation where, somebody else gets caught up in some bullshit, whatever. Somebody files a frivolous lawsuit, throws his name in the paperwork. Now, essentially, he's being accused of being gay, and they're using that as a measure to kill his public status, fuck with his music career and all of that. It's like, and everybody that's behind it is Black. I'm like, this nigga spitting again.
Niggas talking shit.
Nigga spitting. And in the moment, Charlemagne, who's Black, Envy, who's beige like me, another young lady in the room who's a Black woman, essentially just flowed with the conversation because the content of his message was spot on. Mm-hmm. He wasn't lying. And he didn't lie on anybody because, in the words of Kevin Gates, the only thing worse than a nigga is two niggas.
Niggas knew that was coming.
Niggas hate on niggas. Niggas kill niggas. Niggas rob niggas.
Only thing worse than the niggas. Two of them.
Niggas rob niggas. Niggas hate on niggas. Every time I ever been shot, a nigga did it. Every time I've been robbed, a nigga did it. These are prophetic words from Kevin Gates. And this is real deal. Every time I ever had a pistol stuck in my face, a nigga did it. And until we face these harsh realities about how we treat each other, how we relate to one another, how we covet what thy brother has, how we respect one another, and how we talk to each other out in public spaces, this conversation is going to continue to be uncomfortable because niggas feel embarrassed and seen when if y'all clean y'all act up, y'all ain't got to worry about this. Now, the pushback to it, where people got mad was, right message, wrong messenger. I respect that. I get that. But my problem with the right message, wrong messenger shit is as Black folks, we use it too fucking much. Mm-hmm. We've pulled that emergency latch too many times.
That shit.
Because we break that glass too much. Because when Umar, who black as night, tall, handsome brother, beard, natural hair, dashikis, love the sisters, all of that. When he says...
Smells of myrrh
and frankincense. When he says... He sat on this couch with us. When he says, yo, y'all niggas out of pocket. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. And some of y'all sons and y'all nephews will have to get exterminated. And da-da-da-da-da. Right message, wrong messenger to him is, yeah, that's cool, nigga. Where that school at?
Yeah.
When Michael Rubin say, hey, guys,
y'all got to treat each other better.
Fuck you, white boy. Yeah, we don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. And it's like, at this point, right, this is where I am. I can only speak for Chad. I don't know where Matt is.
I'm next.
I'm going to give him the floor next. Where I'm at is, my thing is this, and I talked to a close friend of mine, Pastor Carl Day, and I told him this on the phone last night. We talked for an hour and a half. And I told him, I said, bro, because he was on the side of basically saying, like, you know, Mike Rubin was wrong. He posted on social media, so it's not a secret. I'm not outing him by saying this. He said, he was like, yo, he shouldn't say that, you know, without adding the historical context of how black people got this way. I said, you're absolutely right. You go 120 years post-slavery, you go Reconstruction, you go Jim Crow, you go segregation, desegregation, Civil Rights Act of 1964. You actually get civil rights in 1968. They kill Martin Luther King. They kill Malcolm X. Marcus Garvey dies. Then you got the fucking heroin epidemic. You got Fred Hampton. You got the heroin epidemic in the 70s, followed by the crack epidemic in the 80s, coupled with biochemical warfare in the form of HIV and AIDS being disproportionately cases rising in the black community, paired with the Section 8 laws changing in the 80s where black women were incentivized to remove black men from the family because if you got a man in the house, you can't have the government be your baby daddy, coupled with the 1994 crime bill written by our current sitting president, Joseph R. Biden, co-authored by Bill Clinton and backed by the Black Legislative Caucus because they were sold a bill of goods that from the 80s of Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan saying that crack disproportionately messes with your brain, causes dysfunction and this and this and this. And we're just finding out 4 years later that was propaganda and bullshit. It has no effect on you, anything worse than powder cocaine. Oh, and by the way, all of those black men, our fathers, uncles, cousins, brothers, big homies, OGs, etc., that got sent to jail for 30, 40, 50 years in 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and for the 2000 are just now being repealed in the last 7 or 8 years because of who?
Shit, Kamala.
No. Jay-Z and Michael Rubin.
Oh, I'm thinking you was talking about the shit that happened in California. My bad.
Being changed because of Jay-Z and the work he did in New York State, getting those Giuliani drug laws changed, which set the floor for an organization like Reform to exist. So it was only right that Jay-Z and Michael Rubin come together to do this thing together, and they freed hundreds of people all over the country, regardless of color. But overwhelmingly, those men have been black and brown that have been freed and had their cases repealed. And a lot of them have gotten multi-million-dollar settlements from the states that over-sentenced them or wrongly sentenced them for those crimes. So with all of that being said, because he's missing the historical context, you can give a cause for pause to be like, damn, he's not adding any nuance or texture to the conversation. Where I'm at on it, and this is Chad Fain, and I can only speak for me, is black culture is so cooked and so down bad, I don't give a fuck where the message comes from. That's where I'm at. Because no matter who says it, whether it's me on this podcast, whether it's Dr. Umar on his Instagram, whether it's Michael Rubin, who's clearly an ally, who has done a lot for the black community in a short amount of time, whether it's Dr. Cornel West, whether it's Maj Toure, whether it's Dave Anderson, the business bully, or whoever the fuck else you look at as a black leader, beacon of hope, industry leader, entrepreneur, whatever, whenever they say it, we get hit with, you're either an agent of white supremacy, you anti-black, or this needs to be handled behind closed doors amongst black folks. But how could that be when we don't have a united black agenda? We're not on code about anything. So when is going to be the right time to broach the conversation and have the tough, uncomfortable conversation and repair our ethnic image, our communities, and prove our capital and how the fuck we treat and relate to one another? When is going to be the right time? Regardless of who's the fuck saying it, when is the right time to say it? Because regardless of who it is, y'all get mad at them and put a ism on them or a is or a anti this or that to try to take away from the message, where now all essentially we're dealing with is your feelings and your emotions because you're upset. But just because I hurt your feelings with my message don't mean that my message is wrong.
No, I agree. I look at it like that was pretty decent. I look at it like this. You know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little harsher on niggas than, most people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know the bullshit niggas be on. I've watched it year in and year out, month in and month out, day out and day. I watched it every day. I watched the nigga stand there next to a fucking mannequin like he was a mannequin waiting for the back doors to open on the bus and then walk on the bus. Yeah. I watched the nigga do that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that happened in 88 is a reflection of what you're doing today. I've watched that happen.
This is a stupid nigga right now.
A stupid nigga right here, right now. There's nothing to do with 1987. I'm in the same boat that you are. I don't give a fuck who the message comes from. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I think that's the biggest thing that has cooked the black community over the last 15 years is that we've reached a point of, oh, if we like you, you untouchable. Yeah. If we don't like you, you don't make any sense. And we do that way too often. Motherfuckers we don't like will make all the sense in the world and will act like they don't make sense because we don't like them.
Yeah.
If it's a motherfucker we love, we like, now they can say all kinds of stupid shit and we glorify it. Think about how many dumbass terms have become like quotable terms. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about how everybody runs around saying I'm overwarmed. Why? You can't even lie to me and tell me I'm making that up.
You're not making it up.
I see people with fucking master's degrees say that shit on social media. I'm overwarmed today. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't give a fuck who the message comes from. Niggas look ridiculous all the fucking time. And somebody like Mike Rubin, who has lent his awareness, his popularity, his money, his time to a Meek Mill. Meek Mill is a part owner of Fanatics now.
And Mitchell and Ness and Lids.
Little Baby's a part owner of this shit.
Yep.
If anybody at any given time who's affected this, like not trying to be funny, dog, Mike Rubin was one of the catalysts to getting Meek out of his shit.
He was the catalyst.
That's what I'm saying. To see that happen and you not be able to say, yo, y'all got to do better with each other.
Yeah.
To see that happen and see niggas like, shut your ass up is crazy to me. Because you know what niggas sit around and say? Niggas sit around and say shit like, man, we need to come together like the Jews and the Asians. Then somebody be like, well, look, this is what we do. We share resources and we all uplift each other.
And we protect our ethnic image.
Shut your ass up, white boy. Didn't nobody ask you nothing. It's just like, what the fuck do you want? And to your point, I don't think that I hate to go Trump. There's good people on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Of all of this shit. It's bad white people. It's bad black people. It's good white people. It's good black people. But I know for a fact that when you're trying to do shit, especially in our community, most of your obstacles are going to come from people that look like you.
Yeah.
I know that from podcasting. Our biggest obstacles, y'all know it. We don't got to fucking y'all know it. Our biggest obstacles is some niggas.
From Philly.
That's reality. People like Justin gravitated towards us and helped us. People like Taylor gravitated towards us and helped us.
Yep.
Like, you can't make that up. But your biggest obstacle is somebody on your block. It's somebody you went to school with. It's somebody in your family. That's just reality. Where on the flip side, I got to sit and listen to a man who's a billionaire that just bored his way into one of the most profitable sports franchises on earth. I got to hear him talk about when he was 13, his uncle gave him a fucking apartment building in West Philly for $2,000.
Correction, University City, which is now University City for $2,000, a brownstone.
So I got to listen to that. But then on the flip side, I got to pretend that I don't see niggas beefing with their dad. I got to pretend that that's not
over
like
$20.
That's not a real thing. Like, it's crazy as shit. So it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, it could have been, Mansa Musa. I'm trying to think of the blackest person I could die. I'm just
unapologetically, unreasonably black.
It could have been, Nelson Mandela.
Frederick Douglass.
It could have been anybody, man, that said that
Langston
shit.
Hughes.
Somebody, I don't fucking know, man. Motherfucking, but seeing Mike Rubin say that, I don't even understand how we got to the place of right message, wrong messenger and all. It's just like, what do you want? Because I know from this show that we do, this couch, We had Umar right the fuck here, right where this little hookah burn is, like right where Dan just burned through the couch with the hookah coal. We had Umar sitting right here on this part of the couch, and Umar said the same exact thing. And niggas' response to Dr. Umar is, "Where the school, stinky nigga?"
Yep.
That's the response. We had Maj Toure, not on this couch, on our couches over there at our brother Kyrie Terrell's studio. Maj Toure said the same shit. Same shit. I'm out here every day fighting, trying to get this shit done for the community. And the motherfucking community look at me like I'm crazy. Pastor Carl sat on this couch and said the same shit. Again, I told you I'm listening to them old episodes.
Yeah.
We got to join
it's cataloged.
Dior Chucks with Carl. It's like 124. Carl says the same exact shit on there. Until we're ready to have honest conversations about how we can get past all the dumb shit we've dealt with and about the things that we're trying to get into, we are almost doing a disservice to ourselves. So that's why I'm just like, it's crazy to even hear that, because Carl said that on the show.
Yeah.
And I look at it like this. I understand all of them things that come from prior, all of that shit. But you got to take it with a grain of salt. You understand what I'm saying? You look at somebody like my man Steve. He grew up in a very non-traditional situation. He didn't have his parents in the household. He didn't come from no money. He didn't come from nothing great. He just went to fucking school.
Yeah.
He went to school, did his work. He made honor society. He got a scholarship to go to college. He went to college, graduated, and he lived a good ass life. Look at Kev. Shout out Kev. That's our bro. Look at Kevin Harden. He ain't come from no great situation.
Overcame a tremendous amount of adversity. At every level, parental level, family level, street level, being shot, getting arrested, like everything that you could possibly overcome, he's overcame.
I look at Jules. Jules overcame being a big ape. You know what I'm saying? And he out there tearing it up, doing his thing for the guy. Like your circumstances and what your people have gone through and all that, that's kind of like a crutch that we just randomly throw out when, like, you'll have a good 4 months and you running wild, tearing it up, and then that 1 month go left and you like, man, crackers, man.
White man always got his foot on my neck.
Crackers, man, I tell you this. Like, that's the West how we be. Again, in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
Crackers, like
black victimhood.
Dog, it needs to end, yo. Nothing he said was wrong. I watched, dog, and I showed it to y'all the other day just to prove, like, hammer home the point.
Yeah.
Scott, shout out the New Jersey King of Trucks. Scott, I've actually talked to him. He's a cool ass dude. He owns King of Trucks over there. They do all the dualies, the F-350s, F-450s. His son does tattoos and shit. His son's dream car is a Rolls Royce Wraith. The other day, he bought his son a Rolls Royce Wraith. They getting money, having fun. He bought him a 2015 two-tone Wraith. It's glossy black on the bottom, matte black on the top, with a beige interior because his son didn't want black interior or whatever. Yeah. He gave it to him. His son went crazy, lost his mind and shit. 2015 Wraith. They're white people.
Yeah.
All the comments on the Instagram post, I bought my son his dream car today. All the comments, congratulations, this is so amazing.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Flame emojis, wow, bro, I'm so happy for you. You've always wanted this car. Did it. And I'm like, I could only imagine a black successful person buying a 9-year-old Wraith and giving it to their family member.
Really, 10 years when you go by model years.
And that post on Shade Room. I could only imagine.
If you hate your son, just say that.
Did he do a thing or is he playing in his son's face? Let's discuss it, roommates. You know good and goddamn well that's what it be. Yeah. And that's the shit Mike Rubin was talking about.
That's exactly what
what he was talking about. When it come down to all these things that go, I told you, all these nigga gossip sites, these blogs, I fucking hate. Don't show me shit from
because
these
they incentivize negativity.
They and you realize most of the entertainment that is shown today, especially to this demographic, it's led with negativity.
Absolutely.
Bleacher Report has gotten to the point now where, I don't know if you've noticed it.
I know what you're talking
None
about.
of their posts come off anymore with like let me show y'all the great things that happen in sports today. Mm. It's all done with an angle of like, wait till you niggas see this.
I know you niggas gonna argue.
That's the energy now with a lot of the engagement on these social media sites. And, you know, I brought it up to y'all the other day. At this point, I'm not even arguing with. Shout out to Nerd. Nerd had a tweet the other day.
The best tweet of 2024.
At this point, ain't no point in explaining anything to anybody about anything. And I told y'all, a line that lives rent-free in my head is Robert De Niro playing Sam Rothstein in the casino. Remember when he had the Indian's nephew working, the chief of the chief commissioner, his nephew working at the casino, and 3 jackpots got hit in 10 minutes, and Sam Rothstein pulled him aside and said, "You're fired." He's like, "For what?" He was like, "Because if you didn't realize what was going on, you're too stupid to do this. And if you did know what was going on, that means you're in on it. Either way, I'm not fucking with you." And that's kind of how I look at a lot of people nowadays. You're either not smart enough to realize what's happening, or you're part of this shit.
Yeah.
Either way, stay the fuck away from me. And that's just where you kind of gotta be with people. And it's fucked up, but it's real. Something like Joe Clark said it best. 300 apples rotten to the core. I threw those bastards out, and that's all I'm gonna say. But you know what he did? He got them fucking test scores up.
Yeah.
And that's a reality. So when Dr. Umar say that shit, like, yo, some of y'all got to get exterminated. Sounds legit.
It's hard to hear, but it's some real shit.
It sounds legit. But I'm telling you, bro, from what I did before driving the bus and what I'm doing now, when you really see, like, the shit that be going on and the way people act and the way people live and the way they conduct themselves on a day in and day out basis, you almost can't believe it.
Yeah, real rap.
You cannot believe it. I seen a nigga drop $10 and his man that he's walking down the street with picked the $10 up and try to slide it in his pocket. And I'm like, yo, bro, you just dropped it down. And he turned around the bull like gave it to him and looked at me like I was crazy. And it's like, that's your friend. Yeah. What the fuck? But he gonna go get online tonight and tell you about how, crackers, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, no, yo, like, we do it to each other.
Yes.
So somebody like Mike Rubin, who's sitting in a position where it's like over the last 3 years, especially with him, think about this, being real good friends with Meek and Lil Baby, who, let's keep it a buck, the industry kind of turned on Lil Baby.
Yeah. And they've been turned on me.
They've been turned on me. So it's like he's watching it like, yo, wait. This man he's the prodigal son of Atlanta because Young Thug paid him to not sell drugs. So it's literally Future and Lil Baby. And then Meek Mill is literally the staple for Philadelphia.
He's the constant for Philadelphia the last 15 years.
So
in entertainment.
To see them not just get this illuminated level of respect just from the masses is crazy as shit. But when it gets so loud that you got to go and address the shit on other platforms like, yo, you never do no funny shit with Diddy. And it's just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, they say you falling out. Like Charlamagne was campaigning for the Lil Baby era, ending the Drake era.
Yep.
And it done got so loud in recent months that I don't know if anybody's peeped it. Lil Baby got like non-smoking.
Cooking.
Smoking shit recently. And it get like that, and it's from your people.
Yeah.
Because in the white party world, Lil Baby is a rock star.
Yep.
Meek Mill is a fucking rock star.
And it's a vibe when they show up.
It's a vibe when they pull up.
It be your own people, man.
I hate to say that.
And until we deal with that harsh reality, we're not going to get nowhere. Because the reason why the Jewish community can say, don't speak about us, is because they've done the work and they handle their shit internally. They have their conflicts. They have their issues. They have more progressive Jewish people. They have more conservative Jewish people. They have people that are more center, and they go through their shit, but they handle themselves so that the world can't. We're not allowed to have an opinion on them because it's like, this is our business. We got our infrastructure. We got our communities. We got our capital together. We practice group economics. We share and share alike. We respect one another, and we don't excoriate each other in public, even if we disagree. Mm-hmm. You have a disagreement with a nigga, first thing they do, jump on the internet.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this bitch ass nigga.
All coded shit.
Yeah.
All secret code. Nigga, like me and you getting into some shit. You online. Let me tell y'all about how nut ass former bus drivers think. You be like, wait, what? like, I remember the one girl was like, I know a bitch whose steps ain't got no railing, ain't talking crap. And I was just like, wait, what?
This is mad specific.
This is very specific.
This is unreasonably
Remember,
specific.
it was the Moneybag Yo John. Remember the...
Thought a bitch said something?
And she's like, I know a bitch whose steps ain't got no railing said something. I was just like, yo, why don't you just call that girl that's missing her railing and talk that shit the fuck out?
Yeah, when chicks get mad at their baby dad, they get on Twitter and go on these rants or whatever. I'm like, yo, you could have just texted this nigga this shit. Like, kept us out of it. Because then we got to mind our motherfucking business when people got something to say about it and tell you how you a bozo and he is too.
Yeah.
Y'all hating, y'all know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. You told us.
I personally, my dream is that social media comes to an end.
Yeah, we need.
I know y'all probably heard me say it
we need to table this shit.
Like, that's my dream. Cause I've seen, I had somebody, a young lady. I had her say something that was so crazy to me recently, and somebody I was relatively like really good with. Yeah. Like I could not believe the way she spoke about like herself on social media. It was like flabbergasting.
Yeah, and
I was just like, okay, like. Jay-Z got one of the best lines ever when he said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. I was like, okay. Like, what? Like, this social media shit has really made people insane.
Yeah, somebody said earlier, they was like, yo, man, people, it's like, if you don't want people in your views, just make your page private. Why y'all so fake important? No, because if it's private, then it's like, I ain't gonna hit the explore page, but why these bitches in my views? And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Dog.
Everybody's a blogger, a newscaster, a reporter, a podcaster, a fucking sports columnist. Like, everybody's everything. And we just need to take a beat and just get back to being regular good people.
Social media in its inception was so fun and it was so creative. It was just so. Remember, Any Given Sunday was like, your smack is just so. Give me a pound, dog. Like it was so on point for the time. And somewhere along the line, it just became very, very, very. I'm looking for the right word. It became very, very. Propagandized. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it became. It became, how much propaganda could I get off today before they clip this page? You remember when pages used to get clipped for just saying wild shit? Yeah. Just crazy ass tweets that probably shouldn't have been tweeted. Yeah. Then out of nowhere, it just became this energy. Like, I can remember around like 2000 and I'm going to say 17, 18, around 16, 17. Mm-hmm. You started seeing like if you joke a little too hard, you get a message outside of the joke. Like, yo, bro, we good? And you like, yeah, what are you talking about? No, because you like saying, like, I ain't
trying to like get off on me. Like, what's up with you?
This is the same shit we've been doing for the last 7 years.
No, but I'm saying, yo, I just got a promotion at the deli. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I make $17 an hour now. So I'm trying to understand like what you trying to say in playing so much.
I remember getting a call. Like, yo, can you not post like that? Because, I don't want people thinking, I'm just like, that you thinking that you a bitch ass nigga. I was like, I'm my fault. I thought that's the way we talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? We legitimately always addressed each other, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah. I just assumed it was cool. Because it's been cool for 8 years.
Yeah, no, it ain't cool no more.
I got some hoes following me from Detroit. Can't fuck around.
Yeah, no, these Chester bitches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I be out in the Chi. Oh, you Chicago? No, Chi Chester. So, I be around, you know what I'm saying? I can't have people, you know what I'm saying? Fucking with my steez.
No, I be in Columbia. Yeah. Oh, like the country? No, Columbia, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? I got a situation out there.
Columbia, Ohio. Yeah, man. Around 15, 16. Yeah. You remember where
niggas start getting super thorough.
Yo, you would start getting little messages, little call. I remember getting a call one day. Like, yo, what's up with you today? You good? And I'm like, I'm great, nigga. I just had a Pop-Tart. It was hitting. The joint was hitting. I didn't burn it or nothing. Like, what's up? It was like, Yeah, no, y'all. It feel like motherfuckers got some static with me or whatever. I don't know you, because at the end of the day, we don't even really know each other. Like
I don't know.
We're just talking shit online. Like you know what I'm saying. But you remember when we used to like make the memes about each other, and I remember out of nowhere, all of that got very, very like, all right, now just one meme a day. It became like that's your third meme this week.
Yeah,
big dog.
What's good?
Yeah, and it just like I don't know. We was joking, right? You know what I'm saying?
You joke better than me. I don't appreciate it.
And then I realized like it was real shit going on behind like a lot of the stupid shit online, and people was meeting up for rumbles and knifings and all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm just like, wait, what in the world? And
niggas fucking linking up like the bad video.
Yeah. You're doing wrong. They gonna lock you up. Real shit. And I'm gonna say by like 18, 19, everybody saw like the change in. Now you had influencers popping up.
Yeah.
And you had like social media stars popping up. Because you remember back in the day, social media star didn't have 1 million followers.
No, fuck no.
Remember, I don't know if you remember, Diddy and Ashton Kutcher were on a race to 1 million followers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Punked and the nigga who created Bad Boy. That's who was in a race to 1 mil.
Yeah.
Random hoes now got 3 and 4 million.
Yep.
So at that juncture, nobody was an internet star. But once the internet star started happening and people started making real headways, you started seeing shit like Charlemagne becoming a real figure. What was the black boy that was on Ridiculous? They used to sit there when Charlemagne wasn't there.
Fuck.
I can't think of his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
remember the boy TC that had the skateboard shit, that had all the Supras and all? You started seeing shit like that pop off, and it was like, wait, I can be an influencer? I can really, really give some opinion?
Yeah, I can make a career out of this shit?
Then once you had the reality of like athletes and musicians talking to regular people every day, and it was just like, oh yeah, you should come to the concert. You should come to the after party. You should come here. You should fly out here. And then that became a thing of like, oh, I can get into some rich draws.
Yeah, I'm on equal footing with people that I used to look up to.
You see what I'm saying? Now, don't joke. Now,
very, very, very serious.
Now, I used to give you 3 memes a week. Now, it's a no meme policy.
Yeah, no memes a year.
Yeah, no memes a year. 1 meme gets your head bust open. And it became very, very tight and tense. And now we're at an all-time like low of social media because people treat this shit better than they do their real life.
Yeah.
I've seen some clean Instagram pages from some filthy habitat living motherfucker. Like, you ever see the motherfuckers where they Instagram page is clean as shit?
Super manicured.
Manicured and they nails ain't never manicured. Yeah. I'm being real with you,
your
dog.
butt stink right now. Your page clean as shit. My underarms is musty.
Your butt stink right now. You ever meet a stinky butt from a clean Instagram?
Yeah.
That shit fuck you up.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that meme where it was like Goofy and he was standing in an apartment and it was like, damn, bitch, you live like this? And it was all the filthy shit. It's like, and I've been there. Like, damn, bitch, you live like this?
No,
it's bad.
It's some bad motherfuckers on Instagram, and you come into the domicile and you just like, goodness gracious.
There was this one bad little joint. She worked in like all the clubs. She was bartending, bottle service, and all that shit. Dan know who I'm talking about. Funk E.
Oh.
Like that funk meet you before you meet her. The funk coming down the street, and she got makeup on, perfume and all that, and the funk is knocking his makeup, makeup and his perfume out.
I'm not gonna say no name because I don't know if he want me to say this shit, but one of our peoples we know from another podcast around the city. Remember, he was like, I mentioned a chick, and I was like, she be looking good on the timeline. He's like, yeah, but that's a musty bitch. And we call that whole musty. I couldn't stop laughing, man. But yeah, now that shit is real. Like, Instagram especially became very, very serious. And it became very, very like, let me get my shit off. Mm-hmm. And now it's transitioned from that to where we at now. Like I said, we're at a new low of It's just negativity.
Yeah, fuck you and whatever you got going.
If you ain't me, you a loser.
Yeah.
That's where Instagram is now.
A nigga tried to talk slick to me on one of the posts from Dave Anderson the other day or whatever. And I was like, bro, you have 10,000 fake followers. You're not even a real person.
Yo.
He said, man, you just jealous. I probably got more bread than you. I said, bro, what version of this app do you have where you can see people's P&Ls and income statements? I need that update. That motherfucker did block me and disappear. It's like, what do y'all be talking about?
Yo, man.
You got 10,000 followers from Bangladesh. Like, what are we doing here?
Dog.
So our negativity and our drive as Black Americans to be the snarkiest, most dickheadish, evil person online has bled into other fucking culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's bled into other parts of the diaspora.
Yeah. And I just look at the way we interact with each other, especially from what I see from social media. It's just like, even these pages that are here to help, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. These 911 pages and the gun zones, all these different pages. When you actually, like somebody, because I don't follow this shit, they'll send me a post from the page and it's like, someone got killed, check on y'all folks. And it's like, that's admirable, letting people know that something bad happened. But then you look at, you know not to, because the comments say 3,100 and you just like, I shouldn't open this. But you look at the comments and it's like, you ever seen where like the killer family be arguing with the dead people? And you just be like, what in the world? It just like,
it's that tribalism shit. And it's like me and my gang versus you and you versus everybody. Yeah. And it's like, that's a hard way to live because you can't take on the whole world. You don't even have 300 soldiers. No. Like, what's the plan here?
No. You know the shield is supposed to block you to the man to the left.
Right.
That's the way it works. If there's no man to your right, you're
dead
meat. You're dead meat.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so end of the day, man, I didn't think Mike Rubin was wrong. I didn't.
He absolutely wasn't wrong.
I'm sorry. I just cannot.
It was, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the conversation that I've had with a couple people I respect, it's just basically the thing of like, you know, that's the nuance of the conversation is something that's for Black people to have. But our pushback is, well, when Black people try to have it, they get mad at them too. They say they anti-Black, they agents of white supremacy.
Anybody could say that, and y'all would find a reason to not adhere. Anybody, Cicely Tyson, it don't matter.
It's medicine. It don't taste fucking good. No. Like it's the harsh reality, and we're people that thrive on having tough conversations and dealing in the harsh fucking realities of shit and breaking it down so that people can understand where the fuck we coming from. Most people run away from conflict. Mm-hmm. If I feel like somebody got a problem with me, I'm going to call you. I'm going to come see you and figure out what the fuck going on. Because I don't need to be tiptoeing around you.
I had a conversation the other day where somebody was saying that, and it's just like, yo, if you don't like me and you telling everybody but me, that's not a real issue.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's reality. And I've literally gotten to the place in my life where I would say this to people. I'm like, listen, when somebody tell you that they got a problem with me and I don't know about it from them, that's for your entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your entertainment. I'm listening to my music. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I that's as real as I can be. And just, I see a lot of things that go on amongst us, and it's very nasty. It doesn't make any sense. I hate it. I don't like it. And I'm not mad at him for saying that shit. I'm sorry. Y'all give him a platform and won't give certain other people a platform. Y'all would never have Mosh Toure on the fucking Breakfast Club.
Hell no.
So it's like Mosh Toure can't get up there to say the shit.
Shout out my nigga Mike Rubin.
Yo, shout out my nigga Mike Rubin. Y'all bring Dr. Umar up there and y'all don't talk like that with him. Y'all ask him stupid shit about, well, what do you think about a Black man dating a white woman even though it's just stupid shit.
And that's not going to sustain us or advance us as a people when it comes to a wealth base, access to capital, owning and controlling our fucking neighborhoods and shit like that.
And here goes the biggest realities of all of this shit. And again, something I just learned over the years. Niggas don't want change.
No, fuck no. They want to stay where they are and complain about what's wrong.
They say it, but they don't want things to be better or things to be different. Because if things were better and things were different, you wouldn't have nothing to be negative about. You wouldn't have nothing to bid off. You wouldn't have what? Like, fuck no. Like, niggas don't want things to get better or things to shit. No. They want more money so that they can buy more stuff so that they can tell other motherfuckers how you ain't on their level.
You ain't doing what I'm doing.
That's a reality.
Me and my niggas is doing XYZ. You and your niggas is doing ABC.
Meanwhile, I'd ride through some of these communities that I used to frequent when I was younger. I almost can't believe the way they look.
They're unrecognizable.
I cannot. I rode through fucking Penrose the other day. I'm looking at houses and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what in the fuck?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe this shit. So
we be having our little slices of black utopia, and guess who fucks it up? We do. Way before gentrification comes and happens to us, we could be the change that creates that shit.
Have you been through Southwest recently?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Did you realize
Southwest a lot recently? It's just fucked up.
Yeah, I was there the other night because you know what I'm saying. That's my first time there, bro. It's speed bumps all over Southwest.
Yeah,
they got speed bumps on my old block on Buick Ave. I was like, what the fuck?
We gotta slow these criminals down from making their fucking escapes and getaways.
Them white men used to come through them station wagons ripping through that motherfucking block in the 80s, nigga, from Elmwood. Like, what? They got speed bumps all up Elmwood. They got speed bumps on Cobbs Creek. I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that shit blew my mind the other day coming out the lot going up through Southwest.
Yeah, it's a different world, man. Southwest is, the crime capital of Philly right now as far as murders, violent crime, shit like that. And it's such a small section of the city when you talk about the amount of people that live there. It's like, how are y'all leading the league in all of these fucking categories of violence? Like, it don't even make sense. It's counterproductive by everything a smart, intuitive person would know. It's like, this don't even make no sense.
Yep.
And it's the same thing year after year after fucking year. Like, so yeah, we as a people, and I think this is a way to put a nice bow on this, we got a lot of fucking work to do.
Oh, yeah.
And until we start having the tough conversations, we never going to get to the work because we can't even agree on what the fucking agenda is.
We can't agree on the work.
If you poll 100 black people and ask them what's the 3 most important things to, a progressive black society or a thriving black society, you can get 300 different fucking answers. Mm-hmm. Nobody has any sort of fucking unity, or we're not on code for anything. We're not on code about the HBCUs, about private white institutions and how that should be handled. We're not on code about, real estate ownership and at least, don't sell grandmama house. Like, we're not on code about shit. No. And all we have to police other people are our emotions and how you make us feel and our blackness. So anything that impedes on our blackness, we want to fucking go out here and riot in the streets and fight for that shit. But it's like, all right, well, what about everything else? What about your community? What about the murders? What about crime? What about the break-ins? Like, what about all of these other things that affect your life before that disproportionately affect your life because you're black, and we're not dealing with that shit? There's so many things that we just need to tackle as a people, and it's not going to start being action items, and these politicians and people in power are not going to give us shit because we're not on one accord.
Nope.
Not even close to it.
It's never happening. I don't think it's ever happening.
So it's like, so if I'm saying 100 people will give you 300 different answers, imagine how many different answers 18 million people going to give you. We can't even whittle down the list of priorities.
No.
And if nobody's willing to nobody's willing to step up and really be a black leader and potentially martyrize themselves and die for this shit because they know if they fucking do go out like fucking Fred Hampton, like Malcolm X, like Martin Luther King, niggas gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. Pass the Dutch. Like, it's not, y'all not gonna ride for that shit. Dog. Nobody's not gonna step up behind them and pick up the mantle of what they doing because niggas gonna be like, damn, that nigga died for trying to get some freedom for black folks. I ain't trying to die. I'm gonna sit my ass at home.
In that period alone, you had Martin Luther King, you had Malcolm X, you had Fred Hampton, you had Medgar Evers, you had the voter registration massacre. Remember the 2 black guys with the white guy? Like, it just, and all of that happened, and shit just went more left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just, so yeah, it literally got to a place of like, I hate to say it, but you could feel that of like, I ain't dying for these niggas. Like that
became the mode of operation. That was the nasty undertone that nobody spoke about. But it basically became, man, I ain't dying for these, man, y'all crazy. Better go get you one of them factory jobs. They hiring down Chrysler. Motherfucking Briars. You know what I'm saying? Better get you one of these factory jobs and stop playing. Get you a pension. Get you some of this white man's Monet.
Oh.
Am I lying?
And the General Electric. I ain't like a motherfucker down
Better
there.
get down there to Silo, get you a job.
Yeah, down there GE. Yeah, they got that good pension down there. That's funny as shit. That's exactly how niggas used to talk.
Bell
man.
Atlantic.
Yeah, man.
Before it was AT&T, was Bell Atlantic.
What was the other one back in the day? MCI. MCI. You have some funny shit. Do you remember MCI commercials by any chance?
Yes, man.
It was a pin dropping. Remember the pin would drop real slow and it would hit the table and it would say, "You're gonna change." When Paul Mooney was talking about the conspiracy theories from OJ, he's like, I had a nigga tell me MCI did it. I said, "Oh nigga, you gonna change." Nobody court that.
Yo, Paul Mooney is insane.
I had a
man.
nigga tell me MCI did it. He said, "Oh nigga, you gonna change." But that was their old commercial back in the early 90s. You're gonna change. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? But I got nothing else for this one, man. This has been a good conversation.
Man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go to MyBookie. Sign up right now. MyBookie.ag.
Yes.
Promo code TRPE when you check out. Or go to bit.ly/join with TRPE. It's case sensitive, so everything is lowercase except the TRPE. So bit.ly/join with capital TRPE. Redeem that promo code. You get up to $1,000 deposit match on your first sign up with all new accounts.
That's
you
a
already
free
got
stack.
Yeah.
Can't harp on that enough.
Yeah, so
Trust
it's like,
me.
so you put 2,000, they give you a free 1,000, drop your money, gamble with their money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much more easier to play it out for you.
I've done it tons of times. Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta lay it out for you to play it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
straight
saying?
up.
Shout out to our advertising partner, MyBookie. Shout out to Councilman Curtis Jones, Mr. 4th District basketball tournament coming up at the end of this month. August 27th through the 29th at the, it all comes full circle, at the Allen Horowitz 6-Man Center.
Yep.
Philly Youth Basketball Center, 4250 Wissahickon Avenue. Free event, 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, championship game Thursday. We're going to have media coverage. We're going to have potential halftime performance from some relevant Philadelphia artists, putting all of that together with the councilman and with my man, Bra Diddy. We out of here.
Peace.